The Riddle of the Earth, Chapter 9. Explanation of Sunspots. A great deal of disagreement has occurred among astronomers as to the causation of sunspots. It is at any rate fairly certain that a sunspot is an uprush of gases from a lower layer of the sun's envelope, and is often, if not always, associated with a solar prominence, such as are measured to a distance of many thousands of miles from the surface. For some years past, regular determinations have been made of the so-called radiation constant, which indicates the intensity of the radiation received by the Earth from the Sun, and it is discovered that the Sun's activity is greater when there are many spots than when there are few. This implies that the Sun's activity has been replenished by the cause of the sunspot or sunspots. These sunspots on occasions produce great magnetic storms, such as those in September 1903, which prevented cable communication from South America. There is also one historic instance of a remarkable outburst on the Sun on September the 5th, 1859, which was actually seen by two observers, Carrington and Hodgson, at the moment of outbreak, and was accompanied almost instantly by a magnetic disturbance on Earth. It is quite possible that it was caused by the impact of Donation's comet of 1858, which was so electrically powerful, had in the interim within a circumscribed orbit, and then had plunged into the great orb. Okay, I think the grammar there needs to be rewritten. Sunspots, in fact, must be caused by exactly the same method as volcanoes are thrown into eruption, as evidenced by the Moon with her vast meteor crates, but the big sunspots at least occur on a colossal scale. When we witness the devastation which can be committed by a meteor of comparatively insignificant size on Earth, knowing it to be only an infinitesimal portion of the original nucleus, it requires little imagination to divine what would be the effect of a vast cometary body when it penetrates the Sun's envelope and plunges into his infernal fires. An implosion by any such considerable body, if and when it should strike the Earth, would probably be sufficient to throw it into violent combustion, and even perhaps occasion another comet flying through space, for if the afflictions of the late tertiary age could add 5 days to the annual orbit of the Earth, being only 1/73 of its weight, prodigious as its effects were, what would result in the case of a collision with a body of its own weight, and thus by this means is the Sun replenished through the ages.